Today I'm going to talk to you about a mind control strategy. That is a way to make money through mind control. Although this method uses brainwashing, but the difference from ordinary brainwashing is that the layout is done directly through a means, changes your understanding of original things. That is, the original watermelon. It is watermelon and changes your perception. And after that, you just think that watermelon is no longer watermelon. Maybe you also think it is an egg. Therefore, this game is a very high-level game-making method. This game is called red-eye transformation of mind. The origin of this game is well documented in history, but they are all relatively abstract. There is a very similar story in modern times. It can reflect the underlying logic of this game very clearly. This story, maybe many people have heard of it. It's about a man named Agu being arrested for soliciting prostitution. Then, according to the regulations, I definitely need to notify my family. That means informing his wife, ask his wife to come over. So obviously, this man is panicking, because when he thinks about his wife finding out, the consequences of this matter are quite serious. So when he picked up the phone, he was very scared. My hands are shaking when I press the number, and at this time, he had an idea. The older brother he thinks is very wise. Then after getting through, tell this big brother about the situation. I hope this big brother, can you think of a way for him? Then, thinking how to fix this matter, then his elder brother had an idea. Then he called Agu's wife. After dialing, Agu was caught driving drunk last night. This matter is more serious. Estimate will also be sentenced. Do you know about this? Agu's wife heard this, very anxious then say I don't know. I kept calling him last night and couldn't get through. If you hadn't told me, I don't know about this yet. Brother, what should I do about this? Can Agu be sentenced? Big brother, you have a lot of connections. Help Agu think of a solution. Agu is my good brother. I didn't sleep at all last night. I just tried to find ways for him everywhere. Originally, he was sentenced for drunk driving, at least 3 months in prison. I just found a relationship with him, transforming drunk driving into soliciting prostitution. It's finally done. You pick him up later. After receiving him, you have to educate him well. Tell him not to drive again after drinking, and then that's it. Agu's wife went to pick up Agu. When going through the formalities, tell the police uncle with a smile on his face, it's really troublesome for you. I'm causing trouble for you. And what about the unsuspecting policeman? Seeing Agu's wife with a smile on her face, also confused, this woman may no longer love her husband. In fact, this is what Agu's elder brother uses red-eye transformation of mind. Change the underlying logic of this matter. Therefore, the logic of this game, it's very simple. That's what we see. That thing hasn't changed yet, but the underlying logic supporting this has changed. Just look at this, and it's not this matter. Therefore, this game is called a gamification game, and it also essentially hides a very tricky business model. Many people also relied on this model to make their first pot of gold without conscience. For example, in the early years, we opened stores on certain platforms. More popular, there is a man named Xiaodong. Xiaodong has some money in his hand. Then, on the advice of a friend, Xiaodong invested 1 million yuan, cooperated with a winery. He asked the winery to make it for him. Xiaobaiju has its own brand, then sell it online. I guess everyone who knows the industry knows that. He looks for factory OEM, the cost of a small bottle. The price for him is probably 3 or 4 yuan, and sell online. If it sells well, it's normal to sell it for around 20 yuan. So in that era, this is a seemingly good business. After all, the profits are considerable, but actually, the public still has a certain degree of dependence on brands. That's it. This is a relatively niche brand, so its sales have never been good. Taken together in 1 month, losing money. Therefore, he was very troubled. He gave it in order to lower prices for the factory. He paid a one-time deposit of 1 million. I ordered 2 million worth of goods, and if he quits, the factory will definitely not provide refunds, because the wine he produces is produced according to his requirements. He must fulfill his promise. And what if you continue to do it? He will continue to lose money. Your monthly rent, warehouse and staff salary, you are indispensable, so he is in a dilemma, very distressed. Then, He found a friend. I just hope his friends can think of a solution for him. His friends gave him ideas. In fact, what is used is the underlying logic of the Akame emotion game we are going to talk about today. So, if you are his friend, according to the underlying logic of this game, what will you do to him? Just let all his wine be sold. Convert all to cash. In fact, the nature of the game is essentially the same as that of magic. Once everyone knows, that's all. I won't beat around the bush. His friend, let him find a restaurant in the township to cooperate with. And the way of cooperation, it's different from other wine sellers. His way of selling isn't wine. His pattern, our manufacturer is launching a new brand. Very strong support. If you cooperate with us, you can hang a banner like this on the door of your store. It's written on this slit. All guests who come to the restaurant to eat, free gift of corresponding amount of wine after spending a certain amount of money. For example, if you spend 100 yuan on a meal, you will get 200 yuan worth of wine for free. Feeling great? Then it will also be of interest to hotel owners. So I will ask how to cooperate in detail. Then they said, first of all, our event is very competitive. Just say you pull out this banner. It will definitely attract many new customers, and you make money. We can't let us lose too much. This won't last long. We are all in business. We can sign a cooperation agreement worth 50,000 yuan. Within 50,000 yuan, people who come to your place spend 100 yuan. Give us 30 yuan of it. Let's give him 100 yuan worth of wine until all the drinks worth 50,000 yuan are given away. The boss is not stupid after hearing this. He can also settle accounts himself. This is equivalent to a 30% discount on the hotel. I gave them 30% off the money. Went to buy wine, and the same. If calculated carefully, it's true that wine is cheaper. Normally, a bottle of details of wine retails for 16 to 22 yuan. Their original supplier gave them a supply price. It's about 9 to 14 bottles a bottle. The calculated cost of his wine is about 6 yuan. Therefore, there will be some bosses who will indeed cooperate after calculation, and more bosses will hesitate and need to think about it, because no matter what Xiaodong says, his wine itself is a miscellaneous brand, but also hesitant. After thinking about it, many bosses will also cooperate, because the first thing he considered was the activity of giving away as many drinks as he spent. So impactful and competitive. There are not many restaurants in villages and towns to begin with. Usually, there are only a few. So the less competition will make it more focused. The sense of competition will become stronger, and coupled with the customers who eat in towns and villages, most of them also like to take advantage. Therefore, many bosses still cooperate after careful consideration, because he is worried about the competitor next door cooperating with him. So this is how Xiaodong traveled to more than 10 surrounding counties and cities, cooperated with more than 100 hotels. In just a few months, made a little profit. Once all the goods are sold out, we will no longer continue our cooperation. Why not continue? That's the story of the commercial counterattack mentioned in another video. Here last, let me review the matter of Xiaodong for everyone. If Xiaodong cooperates with a hotel in a normal way, he will definitely not be able to successfully seize the market. And Xiaodong's method, what he is actually selling is not a product. What is sold is a model. This mode, it will weaken the boss's thinking about the product itself. On the contrary, it will drive the boss to think from a business perspective. Therefore, in the business latitude, he thinks about competition. He will feel the crisis of competition, and the reason why we cooperated with Xiaodong. We also cooperated to resolve his sense of competitive crisis. In addition, from the consumer's perspective, if Xiaodong's wine is placed on that display cabinet, sold with a clear price tag, no matter how cheap it is, consumers won't buy it either, because it's still the same sentence. Cheap is not good quality. Therefore, he was able to digest the inventory. Essentially, it's not just the boss who got hit by the red eyes and heart shifting scheme. Consumers also fall into this trap, because consumers essentially receive wine. But his motive for buying was not wine, but rather lunch. At last, let me ask you a question. If you are one of these cooperative hotels, original supplier of wine, watch Xiaodong snatching your market. How to fight a business counterattack. Defeat Xiaodong. Then remember to subscribe to this channel to watch more exciting content.